Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We are playing a 5-point match on backgammonhub.com. Just trying to get some practice in before my online tournament tonight, which I did finally win one last week. That's why I didn't. That's why I wasn't commentating the finals or anything, because I was in the finals, and luckily pulled it out against Dougie, who has beat me many times this year. So yeah, hopefully, we'll open a string of, hoping to get a string of wins together and getting back up in the standings. But this looks a little suspicious. But we will see how it goes. Obviously, you're sort of at the mercy of the dice. Can't really will stuff to happen in this game. You just gotta sort of take what the dice give you, you know. Should probably say hi and good match to my opponents. Hope I didn't overlook anything with that 6-1. I can't really hit, I think. Gets a double shot. I can hit here. And then 6 to 5 is a real play also. Often you do want to do this for the better structure, better distribution. I'm a little leery. It seems like giving him a bunch of good hit and cover numbers. This I don't know about, but it seemed like I was making a pretty diverse. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty reasonable to cube this. Seems like a quite easy take, but maybe the edge is big enough here. 10 guys in the zone. Like maybe this is a pass now. Although I don't actually know how to play this, but let's get all the builders, and then make the 5, or make the 10 and get the backman going. Well, he's got the blots. Okay, seems like a plan. Okay, this does not hit weirdly. It does make the 5 though, and you can like play 20 to 5, and then it's not easy. Oh no, he can't. He's blocked actually. So yeah, so he's got to make the 5 this way. And then maybe I can attack him? Yeah. Obviously 5 to 3 is a play, but I'd have to leave the blots in the outfield. So let's do this, and then we get to make the 5-point on the misses a lot. Not always. Ooh. Got me 3, Trey. Crap, I should recube this all already. Yeah, now I'm passing. Might have been taking last turn. Can this still be a take? Down in the race. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go. Yeah, seemed like maybe you missed an opportunity there. The roll before. Now we can all play all position alike. Is there anything wrong with this? Not sure how that compares to this. Dissenters, I don't have much. Making the 1 and the 2 sort of a play too, but I don't like forgoing the 18. And then down 0-2, clearly winning with some gammons. I'm gonna say this is enough. He's got nothing going on his side of the board. All right, probably making the 4. Crap. Good. I mean, I like to slot the 3 and not the 2, but I think it's maybe more important to come in a little deep. Make it a little less convenient for him to play safely. Maybe there's some 2 duplication or something. Yeah, I think just the safe play is good. All right, I think just racing will be good. I'm up 13. It's a little hard to justify staying back. Okay. A little bit of an argument for it at the score, and that you maybe, if you hit them, you can maybe win some gammons. But yeah, obviously running's a decent game plan up that much in the race. Oh yeah, don't do this. Yeah, what a nice triangle-y position with more guys on the 6 and on the 5 than on the 4. But yeah, you definitely don't want to be void on the 5 and the 4 points, especially the 5. So you should play 7 to 5 here, and then yeah, either 11 to 10, or so this is a good play. Or you could play 10 to 7 maybe. Yeah, like even here, you maybe you can forgo playing 13 to 12 and play 6 to 5 to reinforce the 5 point. Although his play's not bad. Like probably yeah, 10 to 4 and then 13 to 10. So this is perfect. And the gapping on the 3 and the 2 point, 3, 2, and 1 points aren't as painful. Well, if your 6 point is void, you don't want to gap on your. Oh, that looks a little funny. You don't if your 6 point is if you don't have anything on your 6 point. I mean, 6 to 5 could be right here. This is a big stack on the 4 though, so I don't know about this one. But yeah, I was going to say you don't want to void on your 3 point if you don't have any checkers on your 6, because then you're stacking checkers on the 1 and 2 points, and that leads to later wastage. Anyways, looks like it's going to be a three-way. Both players need 3 points to win the match. So this score, you should be quite aggressive with the cube and quite conservative when taking. Good. Let's see his technique here. Perfect. Okay, I think I like having this guy all the way back. So, okay, yeah, so there's 3 different plays here. You can make the 11, make the 22, or hit on the 5. 11 looks pretty reasonable. Now we should hit off the 5, I think. Good. Okay, so yeah, so this is pretty decent cube at the score. I think, like, even if it's not a cube for money, which it probably is, you still want to cube it at this three-away score. And I'm gonna, yeah, I guess I would take also. Yeah, I think stay away from the 6s. Like if I do this, you can come in and hit with 6s here, which maybe is a bad thing for me. I don't know, there's other stuff going on too, so I'm not sure. And a little duplicated. Okay, so if I were to enter with the 5, yeah, I don't want to just stop there and get pounded. Okay, so I'm going out to the 18. So let's say that's the 2, and I can still go out to the 18 if I want. But probably that's too exposed to being double hit and pointed on. So I'm going to do this. No, I don't know. It's going to leave a million blots by hitting me again. Could just make the 20 and play 10 to 5 or something. You know, lock up a good position. So much is going on this hitting adventure, which is very unlikely to work in any real way. Okay, so 1. okay. It leaves a shot, but it clears the midpoint. I think I like that better than this. Well, this board is weak. Is there something else though? Seems a little hard to bring home. Okay, I'm gonna do that first play. But it's possible I'm missing 11 to 6 possibly also. Make them give up the anchor to hit me. So some of the time. But I do want to, I do want to clear the midpoint here. Okay, so I can make the 4 weirdly. It seems like a real play to me because I gotta fill in that point, and a lot of his hits don't hit all that effectively. I mean, safer would be this. What else? What else? I guess those are the 2 plays. All right, I'm going to take a little chance here and fill in the good points. Let's see if he wants to hit with this. Maybe just upgrade the anchor to a 2-3 game. Have like this decently timed 2-3 game. Ugh. Not sure about hitting versus not. Well, if I could pin him to a 1-5 game and pick up some of these checkers, that'd be pretty sweet. All right, I'm going to try it. Wins more gammons. Ugh, doesn't play good. Shoot. Oh no, I can make this. Good. I can hit from here, which you should do. This game is like really tough though. 4 men back with this very impure front position. In fact, I guess I should be doing this. Yeah, he's got to give up the second anchor to hit me. He should. So it's not really not that clear what he should be doing here. I didn't want. I could have jumped out there, but I didn't want. It would just look natural, but I didn't want to give him just all this chance to like bat me around and then eventually make like outfield or infield points. And filling in the 2 at some point would be a good thing. It's a little bit complicated though. Okay, let's not give him too much here. Well, not that I'm really losing yet, but my take point on the recube is a raw 25. This could become relevant if he starts rolling a 4 or 2. And I keep on dancing. Okay, this is a good roll. It's not that bad a roll. It kind of needs to fill in that point anyways. So I think it is worth slotting that. Like, it's kind of a reasonable idea, even if he had a productive alternative to slot that. Well, it duplicates 4-3. Okay, that's something. Guess it keeps the spares a little better over here. Yeah, this does not win the most, but possibly gives Gammon the least. so one, two, okay, so staying back puts the spares in really bad spots. I mean, there's a plan. You can do this. Against a 3-point board. Say maybe close out 2 checkers when he rolls a 6. That's not a 6-6. But this, I don't like where the spares end up. So I'm gonna try. Actually, this looks a little suspicious. I don't really have the option to trap now. Oh, now maybe. Like I didn't like the third guy on the 7. Like here's pretty reasonable. Like the spares end up okay, and I still have 1 shooter in the outfield. Okay, so I am gonna try this. Okay, guess I can't do anything fancy here. Like I wouldn't if I rolled a 5-1, you'd probably just do that and then stop there, and then he rolls a 6 and he's got 2 blots. I don't really have the option unless there's some like weird double. No, there's nothing there. All right, maybe you can still win a gammon. Nice. Bah. Yeah, a little bit better to play 12-6 with the last one. Not a big error. Well, I would have worked out better here, I'm sure. Yeah, whatever. I think he's off on everything. Yeah. Okay, so it is 4-2 Crawford. So gammons do not hurt me very much. So I don't know, we can mix it up a bit. Sort of double match point type score. Let's try this. Usually don't do this. I think it might be what the computer prefers, a double match point though. Slot with a 4-1. I'm a little unfamiliar with the play because I don't do it for money, and a lot of my play is money play. Maybe just start just like doing it in like normal match scores. Get some more practice with it. Ooh. Why doesn't that guy move? I don't know how I'm going to win this one. Have him roll double 4s. That plays pretty bad. Yeah, I should probably get the guys going. Although this is a pretty convenient still. Except if he rolls 4-4. 4-3. It goes to a really good spot. Goes to the 6-point. Oh no, it doesn't go. I'm blind. It goes to the 4-point. Yep. Okay, yeah, I don't know what I would do with this number. I was thinking maybe putting a guy on the 8-point to get another builder for the 2. Splitting looks a little suicidal even at the score. He could slide, it's probably a good play. Just kill the 5s maybe. A 1-2-1-1 is good. 2-5. Ooh, shot. shot, 6. Oh, he could play, he could play, it might be right, 6 to 2, 6 to 4. So no shot. Yeah, I guess that is the right idea. I didn't see it at first. It's funny. This distribution looks a little weird there. There must have been something better. Ugh. If I got backgammon, that's extremely valuable for him. Winning the match from 3 away, 1 away Crawford. I've seen it happen. I think it's happened to me before. Maybe just once. This is the most painful thing. Excuse me, this feels right. It's sort of good to be 11 away, I know. Okay, so, I mean, I can't really win this. I don't know. All right, I do get a shot at him. I guess he should minimize. I mean, Gammon's, I guess he does win more gammons if he stays back where he is, because I got some bad aces. See if he wants to hit me with a 2-6. Meh. 2-6. Alright, well, I'm saving the gammon. I'm preserving my free drop, I guess. So it's worth like a little something. This looks diverse because like 4-3 misses, but the 4-3 does bear off the guy on the 7. So I guess I have zero numbers that don't bear off a checker there. I think so. Okay, anyways. Okay, so I have a free drop, so it's 2 away, 1 away post. So like if I was losing here, I could pass it and just play from 4-4. For some reason he doesn't cube me. So the calculus is pretty simple. It's like if you're above 50% in the game, you should take, and if you're below 50% of the game, you should pass. But it's weird. It's weird not to double. It's weird not to double here. He either forgot or he's confused about the score. Like so he needs an even number of points to win the match. He needs 2 points to win the match. If you need an odd number of points to win the match, it's fine. Oftentimes it's fine to just roll because the other guy should pretty much take everything. All right, so this looks like a decent compromise to me. I'm up in the race, so I do want to get the backmen going, but I don't want to leave too many shots, and I like my 9 points, so maybe I could stop on the 16. There's probably a lot of other plays too. I get to stay all the way back. Yeah, staying all the way back is a play too. Get all the builders for the 5. Okay, please don't hit. Good. Please continue not to double me. Yeah, this looks like the right play if he plays 8-2. He is up in the race now. So it should be, it's some risk to split, but he should be getting those guys going, and it can't be gammon, so. All right, so I guess I'm just making the 5. good. I think I just want to focus on the 3 here. All right, good. No, I'm not completely sure. I mean, you can hit, you can make the 2, you can hit, you can just spread out builders. So why wouldn't I do this? Just because it's a 1-6. I don't know, I have problems the other way too. It's like I just spread out builders, he's going to anchor more, and then I do have some issues. And hitting maybe makes some sense also. Keep the 6 prime. Yeah, I don't know. Or there's slotting also. I could play a 4-2 and then the 5 in the outfield, like something like this. And maybe that was probably worth a look. Actually, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to hit the other guy. Yeah, this might have been a little sloppy at the end. Right, so I'm not. I mean, it's not crazy, but I'm not gonna think about trapping him here, trapping him off the anchor here, because it doesn't. It wins more gammons, but it doesn't win as many games. So it just doesn't make much sense at the score. This gets 5-5 safe. Let me start up XG and then we can take a look at the computer analysis. Oh yeah, actually, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here actually. Huh. It's a little stripped everywhere. This is possible. I don't know about this one. Sort of worked out. I mean, it's not a big deal because his board is so weak. Probably more important to get that right if he had a decent board. Shot. Okay, that was a good match. You would download this, open it up in XG. Let's put me on the bottom. And then we will just look at my errors. Okay, so I played decently. Let's see, I made 2 checker play blunders and 1 doubling error somewhere. Maybe I doubled early. Anyways, okay, let's go through this. Okay, 5-2. Yeah, I sort of liked. I guess the distribution isn't great. I was gonna say I like the distribution after making my play of this, but I guess it does leave only 3 checkers on the 8. So if the computer wants to leave 5 checkers on the 8. Just 1 blot in the board though, so maybe my play gives white some license to do stuff. It did sort of make him run. The fact that I left 2 blots on my board, it did make him run, but it's not right to do that. I think Like, yeah, he's a big blunder to run. So I sort of induced that. I sort of induced that blunder by maybe making a small error by leaving two blots in my board. But it does let him put checkers in. Like the right play does sort of take advantage of the two blots, you know, a little bit. Gives me fewer hit numbers, I'm sure, fewer like real hit numbers. Oh yeah, so this is sort of typical, I think. You can make the inferior point and leave a gap in your board like I did. Right, I did this. Or you can just kind of go for it, better point, better distribution, but you're leaving a direct shot. Normally I do this, but I thought with the race good and the fact that I'm sort of diversifying his numbers by doing this meant the other play was right. Turns out it's very close. Right, because if I do this, he has fours to hit, ones, threes, and fives to cover. So I thought he was like a little diverse. Whereas if you leave the blot on the 8 point, he doesn't really have any hit and cover numbers. Oh no, this was the early double. Okay, yeah, no, I knew this was a pretty easy take. I thought the edge was like big enough, but it's not quite probably. I'm sort of winning everywhere. Like I'm in a decent position up in the race. Threats, I guess the threats are a little questionable. I guess I don't have many threats to really blow them out of the water unless I get like a nice big double or double ones. Like yeah, I got a pretty good sequence and I didn't lose my market. He's still happy to take this. Oh, this is way wrong. This is one of the blunders. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was like a pretty good time to do this. Well, he's up on the bar and he has a blot in his board. The computer says no. You can't leave that many shots, even though White's position is pretty compromised. I mean, I'm up in the race 22 pips though. So I'm like, all right, well, let's get the backman going. Well, it's pretty safe to do so. The computer just says, oh, no, it's too many shots to do this. So, I mean, I guess what the computer's doing, it plays like fairly safe for a roll, keeps the anchor, and then like maybe like continue the blitz and then escape later when Black's board is stronger. So I guess that's the plan that the computer's saying to take, which I guess makes sense. We're 6-3 or maybe 11-10, 6-4, blocking 5-5 a little bit. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's just unnecessary to do this when like you might be able to fill in your board nicely and like escape at your leisure later. Yeah, so maybe if I thought in like better terms, I could figure that out. But I don't know. It's still, even after I saw it, it like wasn't obvious to me. Even after I saw what the computer did. Okay, but anyways, I do get to consolidate and hit. He dances. I can't cover. He hits, and then he should cube me. I was like really glad not to be cubed here. This borderline on the take pass. I mean, one little thing going on is you want to be aggressive with the recube 5 away, 5 away. Take points higher than usual. But even so, this is like a pretty good money recube, I would say. This is very, I don't know, like this edge is just big enough, I guess. And he's about to close, or another way to look at it, okay, so reasonably good sequences, he covers, and then like I dance, and then like I'm like very, very much in trouble. Like so, like it's too good even. Alright, so I go with the positional option here. Cubeless, 319, 353. Now cubeless, the positional play is correct also. I mean, I liked it at sort of at the score where like I often get into good cube anyways, just playing solidly. Obviously there's some blitzy options like this, but they're pretty unlikely to work in any real way. So we just go with the solid positional option, which wasn't 100% obvious to me. And then yeah, you double at the score down 0-2, and when there's some gammons floating around, I can buy it. Good. You play nice and safe. That's correct. Okay, then I roll 5-5, and yeah, you got to run. And there's no other idea other than escaping everybody, I guess. Okay, I guess you can leave one guy back, but it's a blunder. Oh yeah, second and third best is to escape this guy partly, duplicating 4s. But it's just with the idea is you hope to get missed and then safety at next turn, I think. Anyways, we just turn into a race. Right, see, the computer wants to put at least one guy on the 5. Yeah, it's overstacked on the 6. Just out of curiosity, so 2-1 here. Okay, 6-5, bearing off a guy is pretty much equal to 4-3, and then bearing off a guy. Like one of them fills in the gap, the other one makes sure not to void on the 5 point later. Arguments, I guess, are pretty similar. Although this isn't a great position to look at this because I just win nearly 100% after either play. If, for instance, race was close after the play, it'd be more of a big deal to get this ace right. But I guess I would still play 4-3 here to fill in the gap. But yeah, again, it's fairly close. Yeah, it's getting into error territory one, not fill in the 3, and 2, not unstack the heaviest points. Something like this, 2-1. I think I go the other way here. I think. But it should be very close. Okay, 0.009, 6-5 is correct. You still want to fill in the 3, but there's this. You're not overstacked on the 4, and you are a little overstacked on the 6. Anyway, so I just win the race. Oh, does want to play 24-22. I don't know. I thought I wanted to build around the 11, and I don't mind the guy all the way back to patrol his inner board. Maybe the key is seeing that I'm up 28 pips in the race after the roll, after the play. And so it doesn't mind, it doesn't love being all the way back on the 24, and it likes getting that guy going a bit. Oh, just like 8-5 here, okay. Yeah, it's possible I would have done what my opponent did, making the 11. Huh. Oh, it might be a little race based, so to speak. So yeah, so he's got 3 checkers back and he's way down in the race, so he's less averse to being hit back than usual. So that's why this is correct. If the race was closer, you might do something like this, but it still might be fairly close. Like what I'm thinking is like, I don't know, this position. Race is a lot closer here. I think you might make the 11 here. Although I'm not totally sure. Now it's close. Now it's close between hitting off the 5 and making the 11. Yeah, I don't know, tricky stuff. But I don't know. Maybe the initial, maybe the position that came up during the match. Maybe it's not that hard once you notice the race. And you think, oh, okay, I don't mind getting a fourth checker sent back if I already have three checkers back, and I'm down 25 in the race. Okay, this is going well. He hits me again correctly, I presume. Get a good roll. Okay, he dances. Okay, no, this is not as strong as I was giving it credit for during the match. I thought maybe the take pass would be a little bit in question. But this is only a double due to the fact that it's three away, I believe. For money, say, no, for money it's a bigger double. Interesting. I guess is it Jacoby? No, I can't. Jacoby can't make that big of a deal. Huh? It's a bigger. It surprises me that it's a bigger double for money than it is at three away. So it's a .786 for money, .781. Yeah, the score doesn't seem to matter that much here. Oh, it's because he wins a lot. Yeah, it's because he wins a lot and gets a lot of recube vig. Yeah, that's something that I've been struggling with for maybe the last few years. This three-way score, like sometimes it's like a little different than money, and sometimes it's like way different than money. Like it could be like .2 different than money, like a money take by .2, but you know, money like a .8 money position that's a take by .2 can be like a pass at the score. But I think it largely hinges on how powerful White's recubes to fork will be. Like here, White wins a lot. He gets gammoned a lot. He wins a lot. So that means he's going to turn the game around a lot and getting good recubes to 4. So that means this effect where he should be like a little conservative about taking doesn't really apply because he gets such great recube leverage. I think that's kind of the thing going on at the score. Okay, bar 18. So you enter with the 2, and then you can either play 23 to 18 or 21 to 16. I did think about this, but I didn't like all like the attack and double hit stuff over here. It is a little thin though because he has 4 checkers back, so maybe I shouldn't fear it as much as I did. And this isn't great either. Triple shot in the outfield. Yeah, this is a tough play, but probably I would have found the idea of just like, I don't know, making the nice structure, playing this sort of game, which is sort of fine for White, versus this thing, leaving blots everywhere, not making an anchor. Okay, so my play's okay, leaving a blot on the midpoints, but doing a lot of the disengagement work. Okay, my play is good here, making the most important point to fill in, but leaving some extra risk. Compared to say 13 to 11, 8 to 2, which is a little safer, 1 blot. So I do this. I leave a double shot, of course. He's maybe not happy to hit with a lot of his 5s that don't do something else productive. He is happy to hit. Well, he did hit with 3-1, although interesting. Yeah, hitting with 3-1 is a little hard to see how it's going to work. And you might get, I don't know, you might get a million guys hits. So the computer pretty reasonably just says, look, just solid up, build your board slowly, don't get batted around. What about I actually might have played 24 to 23 and then some 3, 11 to 8, or maybe 6 to 3, but yeah, I would have played 24 to 23, 11 to 8. Because I don't want to play I don't want to play the 1-5 game. I want to play the 2-5 game, which tends to be a lot stronger. So is that better than the computer's play? Probably not. So what's the merit of the merit of the computer's play is it slots the point you want to make, and it gets this checker up to the 20 points so I can run it. Okay. So I guess And the 2 point, might stay open. All right, so yeah, I try this hit play to try to fill in the 2 point, lock them down to a bad 1-5 game. Does not work. Well, they make kind of a weird 6-3 play here. Yeah, I'm not super surprised. This is a very natural thing to get that third guy moving when you do want to be disengaging. It's a quadruple shot in the outfield. So I tried this other plan, slotting the 2. It's a little hard to cover it though and do something. It's a little hard to cover it cleanly. I guess they can still make a blocking point in the outfield and yeah, maybe constrain these 3 back checkers this way. So that was my other blunder. But I don't know, I got a good 5-1. Can keep the anchor. And then I dance forever. He makes some progress, but not enough. Yeah, when I want to play 15-4 here, it's kind of a reasonable idea, even if he didn't have even if he had some other like decent productive play, because you need to fill in that point, so it might be worth a little risk to do it. Okay, 4-1. Okay, doesn't want to leave the second blot here. I was a little enamored with the 4-3 duplication. Same number of nominal shots, I guess. And then the other thing I was thinking was, okay, so if he splits to here with a 4, if I leave these builders in the same spots, I get 3 builders for the 5. But maybe he's just not doing that with any number. It's too dangerous. Although I don't know. Let's see if it liked running with the 6-4. Yeah, it does like running with the 6-4 here, but it's close. It's close at the score where Gamma's hurt him. If it's double match point, he would just do it. And then yeah, a little bit tricky here. When to trap or not. Oh, interesting. It does go all the way. I don't know if this is right. The computer actually wants to stay all the way back, cause white some more problems with a number like 4-3. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I didn't see this. I mean, I saw the possibility of doing this, but I didn't see all the merits of this play. 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. 3-2 is horrible. A lot of these numbers leave 2 blots. Yeah, I didn't notice 2s were bad. I just thought it was like 4-3 or something, you know. But yeah, 2s are really bad. So even though you hate going this deep with these checkers, 4-3 plus all those 2s, you really want to hit a third checker and win a gammon. And then even I'm sure my play is even like given that I'm running, I'm sure there's better options than what I did. Like, I don't know, it seems a little funny to have a third checker on the 7, because I might want to clear that next turn, or in short order anyways. So probably something like this is a little better. Anyways, I do get that third checker off the 7 points. There may be slightly better ways to do it. And then yeah, okay, I do decide to trap here, which does it doesn't even win the most gammons. I mean, admittedly, it's not the greatest trap roll, because I don't know, the spares don't end up great. Like, I don't have one. Like there's 2 on the 3 and there's not one on the 6. So it's not the easiest. It's not the easiest attack if he does roll like a 6-1. Still pretty good. So the computer just does this, which I know wins the most. But it also wins the most gammons according to the computer, which surprises me. Oh, is it because you keep the is it because you keep the 6 prime and so he cracks horribly because he has the 5 points? I'll show you what I'm thinking. This might be different. Like he doesn't crack as horribly here with like, you know, he can roll like a 4-3 for instance and not crack. Whereas in the match position, 4-3 like cracks horribly. So maybe there's some other factors there where like you want to keep him blocked longer. So he has more like horrible crack stuff. Like I'm not saying my play is definitely right here now, but it's going to be at least closer, I think. No, it's not. It's not that much closer. It's a little, maybe a little closer. But it does win the same amount of gammons now. Yeah, I guess I'm overdoing this. I guess I'm overdoing this trap play. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it surprises me. It doesn't surprise me that my play is wrong. It surprises me that my play is wrong by that much. Gammon price is somewhat money-like, I think, if I remember right, which I maybe don't. 3 away, cube on 2. Gammon, yeah, gammon price is money-like. Anyways, I get a little trap happy there. Does not work, but he stays trapped for a while, and I have like real gammon chances, but it just doesn't come in because he rolled 6-6. Yeah, see 4-1. Yeah, so he's okay. He's okay at the score. Loses slightly more backgammons, which is maybe a problem. Oh, I'm just dead. Oof. Huh. Yeah, because gammons don't hurt me, the computer doesn't mind doing this crazy play. Get hit, maintain some timing for the for the deep anchor game. Get missed, and you can fill it. Maybe you can fill in some of your points comfortably. Mostly, I'm just thinking, oh, okay, I hope he rolls 4-4. I mean, there's not much, but it's like the only thing I got really. Maybe 2-2, 2-2, 4-2. Yeah. Fine. And then a good eye here. I don't know. You can make the 14 if you want. Get maybe get gammon slightly less. I thought, okay, they're going to hit him a little more if I stay a little further back. Maybe I can hit him once or twice and get into a close race somehow. Win a couple percent. But it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, he should be cubing me all over the place. Okay, yes, so nothing here. Oh, the 2-2 was interesting. Yeah, staying all the way back, I guess, is better than what I did. I mean, in some sense, I do. I'm up 11 pips after the roll, so that does argue for getting the backmen going. But like the reason why I didn't make the 14 point was because you also want to like do good stuff on your home front, right? I mean, although disengaging has a lot of value, so does building your 5 and your 8 and your 3 points and stuff like that. So that's why I went with like a little bit of a compromise play. Yeah, we can put it up on the board. Like I escape a little bit and then I make my 9 and get more builders. But the computer says, okay, so concentrate more on just the home front stuff. Sort of similar to my first blunder where maybe it's not necessary to like disengage from the back as aggressively as I was thinking, because if you put your stuff together nicely, if you get lucky and like put together a 5 or 6 prime, you can run later at little risk. So in some sense, it's unnecessary to go now. And, you could roll big. You could roll big, and the timing could work out in your favor also. Like it did here. It could be fine if I was back on the 18, right? 6-2. Yeah, making the 2 apparently is bad here. because you really you want to concentrate. You don't want to leave the shots, and you want to concentrate on the 3-point. Although I guess my play probably leaves a shot too. Just 2 shots. Yeah, okay, I guess the backmen go and trying desperately to get something going. It doesn't work. And the 5-2, I don't know. There's like I don't know 3 or 4 different plays here, which I couldn't rule any of them out. I mean, you could just do something normal, hope to fill in the points. You know, hope to fill in the point naturally. That this or that. You could try slotting the points, although the 5 doesn't look that good here. Actually, if I slotted the 2, I would play 16 to 11, so as not to go too deep with 8 to 3. Although apparently the computer likes 8 to 3 a little bit. And then what about making the 2? That would have been maybe my second choice, to make the 2, giving up the 6 prime, giving him a good 1-6. I guess it's quite bad. Yeah, it's quite bad. Okay. Wins the most gammons. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what my mind was thinking. My stupid brain. Like, I knew it was a candidate, but I think it's a candidate for money because you're gonna keep him up on the bar longer, and then you're gonna get more gammons out of it. It's maybe not a good candidate at this score where you don't benefit from a gammon. I see. Doubled money, 5-2. Making the 2 is second best, but 8 to 1 is still best. Yeah, 8 to 1 was the most gammon, but you can't play 8 to 1. Yeah, now you can play. Now it's you just say you cannot play 8 to 1. Everything else is an error compared to making the 2 because you're upping the gammons by making the 2. So it's worth a little bit of risk. Okay, that was pretty instructive. Okay, yeah, now slotting's okay. Slotting was sort of okay before too, although it doesn't like it for some reason. And yeah, okay, it does want to hit here, I guess because of race, because I can just lose the race if he anchors. What I was thinking was, obviously hitting is the natural thing. I was thinking, okay, he's gonna if he makes an anchor, he's gonna dance with the other guy for a while, and then he might get to keep a 4-point board. So that's why I went with this more passive play. Where he can enter and then crack his board horribly. But I guess is the issue that if he just anchors here, he wins a lot more if he only has 2 guys on the ace versus 3 guys on the ace, irrespective of the cracking of the white position. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. I mean, this is a little contrived, but what does white win from here? It's under 10, I think. But maybe it's close. Maybe it's close to 10. Let's see. No, it's not. It's not close to 10. It's only 6, 5 or 6. What about this though? Is this less? Yes, 3. I guess that's what the computer's thinking. You'd much rather have him, not much rather, but you'd rather have him trapped with 3 checkers on the ace than 2, because he could just win the race the other way. Or even if he's cracked more. Yeah, he's still at 5% here. Versus 3% with a 4-point board here. So the current cracking doesn't matter that much from 4 to 3. It matters more to have the third guy trapped. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I've really come across that before. Or at least I've probably had similar plays, but I hadn't really thought in those terms before. So I guess that's why you hit the third guy. Even for money, obviously, if gammons and backgammons counted, doubled money, I would, well, obviously I'm hitting that guy. Yeah, he's 6% here. Okay, spread things out here. Safest, although it doesn't get the checker off. Here, I felt like I was sort of guessing. I mean, I'm sure I've seen this decision before. I, I mean, I've kind of remembered this being right or close to right. It looks a little funny to to only have two builders after this play. I mean, there's two guys on the 5, but like say it runs with a 6-1, I can only hit him with 4s and 1s. But it is like nice and even up top compared to say this play. So I'm not going to get to clear the 6 next turn if I do this. And there's probably more lot numbers, including like 6-6. Yeah, 5-4s, 5-4-6-5 are blots both ways. Okay, I spread things out again, and then I get missed, and then I win. Well, that was good. Yeah, so I may be back. I'm gonna sign off now, but I may be back later tonight to commentate my tournament, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be in the finals again. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.